All right, welcome everybody to another daily race on Speed Gaming. My name is Kif, and today we are doing a tournament hard open. So basically what that means is we got less heart containers and more heart pieces. We do have silver arrows somewhere in the world, and we will have tempered sword max as well as green mail maximum. We do not have any mail upgrades today. On stream today, we have Structural Mike and Deep Fried 87. We do have 14ers in total with the 2 on stream this morning. And we're just waiting for 2 last people to ready up. So we should be getting going pretty soon here. All right, all our runners are ready, so we will be going here in about 7 seconds. All right, Instructor Mike starting off in the sanctuary, getting 10 arrows. Heading over to CAC now, and we're having a little trouble on Deep Fried side, so hopefully we'll get him going here pretty soon. Just some small decanters on the tree pole there, and hearts on the bush crab. All right, going ahead, check the lumberjack cave here. Hopefully nothing. Yep, just 20 rupees on the lumberjack ledge. So as far as that item goes, we won't be seeing it. Aga might still be required. Truck from like getting a couple more kills in to check the next tree pole. Just a shield on the lumberjack spot. So Lana Bean's not here, so we don't have to worry about that shield. And 5 rupees in the drop down. And I believe this level 2 tree pole is just single rupees. Currently, I am joined by nobody else, but we should get one other person coming here in the next couple of minutes to assist me as I am doing double duty. Structure Mike getting down in here into Blind's hut. Let's see what we got here. We got 20 rupees, 10 arrows, heart piece, 300 rupees. It's a good time for that. So we'll go to the bottle vendor after this. And finally, 10 more arrows, so nothing too interesting yet. Alright, now we got Deep Fried back. He is in the well, but I did not see anything yet, so... And now we are joined by Kamir. How you doing?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing fine. Sorry for the slight delay.
That's all good. We haven't really found anything so far yet. Just see Deep Fried found a lamp.
I see.
Just gonna jump in really quick here. Our MSUs are Structural Mike playing Loop Hero. Deep Fried is running Vanilla.
Good to know. Thank you very much. Would you like me to also help tracking?
I'm alright.
Alrighty. Then let's keep watching. Just wandering through Kakariko here.
So that would be our first sighting at the sword since Deep Fried just came back on afterwards.
It looks like they're both going... Oh no, Mike's going north to south and Deep Fried's going south to north.
Yeah, I think he's coming back to the well because I don't think he had bombs the first time around. Yeah.
That makes sense. We see Quake. So a Quake, sword, and a glove in Kakariko. See what's on the library. Just 20 rupees. And race game is similarly just piece of heart. Alright, so we got a red crystal Hera, blue crystal Eastern. And I missed desert. I think it's a pendant though. It wasn't flashing with the same
I thought it was a red crystal, but I could be wrong. I'm just going to mark it as a 5-6 for now, but we'll see later.
And we're going to see back of escape. It is... So Deep Fried bought bombs in Kakariko. And Mike bought bombs in... Ooh, there's the Moon Pearl on the back of escape there.
So all we need now is the hammer, and we got Dark World access.
Yep. Or alternatively, another glove. Very generous seat on money so far. Might be seeing a quick Zora trip after the dam from Mike. Not in logic, but pretty easy to get to with a fake flipper. I always like checking the floodgate chest prior to pulling the lever in the dam. You might get boots and then be able to dash through things. And there's bombos on the sunken item spot.
My favorite, of course, is getting the mirror before you got to do any of that, so you can do it all in one go.
Oh, for sure. Secondary would be having the hook shot and clipping through the block, but that's a little trickier.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see what we've got. Mini Moldorm Cave. Very clean Mini Moldorm Cave from Mike. There's our bow. Have we gone over the idiosyncrasies of the mode?
Yeah, I went over them a little bit. If you want to, again, I did it right in the beginning, so I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to do it again.
Yeah, just a reminder that we have I believe we have non-progressive bows in this mode.
We do have silvers.
Yes, silvers, but
Oh,
non-progressive.
yeah, you're right.
So we saw the bow on Mike's side, which is great. Means we don't have to go hunting for it. And it remains to be seen if we'll find the silvers. Mike taking a crab to the face. 2 hearts on Greymail is pretty rough this early on. We'll see if he save equip. He's going to go back and fake flipper, I think, to the Zora area as mentioned before. Where was that lamp?
I don't know exactly. I didn't see when Structural Mike got it, and Deep Fried had it when he his stream was frozen up in the beginning. So
Alright.
First time I saw him, he had it.
It's likely going to be in the... what you call it?
The house.
No, I was thinking more Uncle.
Yeah, it could be.
Mike's gonna get Waterwalk State here with that Moon Pearl. Deep Fried's gonna follow him close behind. Just some money in Waterfall Ferry. There's a lot of yellow on Mike's tracker. It's pretty interesting.
It must be the theme today.
Yeah. Where would you go after this? Would you head to Eastern or would you go up the mountain?
You know, I'd go right back to CAC, and I think I'd go to the Village of Outcasts. I mean, it is a little risky with low hearts, but it's so easy to get there.
It's true. That is the logic at this point. We've got Eastern in logic, and we've got there's Samaria, and we've got Deep Fried going to Hobo, which Mike did not check. We'll see how that goes. Just a heart container. That's one of our few heart containers in the pool.
I'm always kind of in awe when people can find that exact pixel you got to line up for to get the fake flipper off the hobos. Little platform.
It's not as bad as it looks. It just takes a little getting used to. Like it's the pixel that puts you a little bit back from the edge, so you kind of do a long jump rather than a short jump. Mike choosing to go to Eastern first rather than Saha's Closet.
It's definitely a choice.
Well, I mean, with the bow, he can full clear the dungeon without needing Saha, and I guess he can get it on the way out.
That's true.
But there's nothing in there anyway.
Yeah, maybe he already knew that.
Alright, just a map in the cannonball chest. So Deep Fried just saved and quit from Hobo, from the Man Under the Bridge, and went to Eastern, so Deep Fried is missing that Samaria. We'll see when Deep Fried gets around to going back there.
Sooner rather than later.
I mean, it remains to be seen if Mire or Troll Rock are required for the GT.
That's true. But with our luck, it's going to be.
We do have 3 pendants in the Dark World, so it's as potentially 3 pendants in the Dark World. It's as good of a chance as you're going to get.
That's true.
Nice bow strat on the Stalfos room. So we found 1 item. We know that there are 2 more remaining. And 1 is either going to be on the Armos Knights or on the vanilla big key chest. And we know that there's 1 on both of Armos Knights and the big key chest.
And luckily, we're able to clear. We're able to full clear the dungeon at this point. So
we are. Mike, Structural Mike does not have the lamp, but the darkroom navigation in here is fairly straightforward.
Right.
Mike using the arrow as a indicator as to where they are, as well as trying to take out that 1 Stalfos. Now, Mike doesn't know that this is in logic, but it's easy enough to get to that may as well get it, and it's only a heart piece. 1 of many in the pool.
Yeah, if you love heart pieces, this is your jam.
Yep. Both runners following the logic of always be clearing crystal dungeons.
Yep, gotta know your ABCs of ALTTPR.
Yeah. So this is all in logic, and it's good to do because it's early sphere, and it'll hopefully give you more equipment for the Dark World. They've got 6 hearts, 7 on Deep Fried side, 8 on Deep Fried side. Wow, but still, most things hit for 2 hearts in the Dark World on Green Mail. So more equipment is always nice. Maybe you'll find a Master Sword. Which would make things nicer. Good Armos quick kill setup on Mike's side. Finding the book. That's gonna allow Deep Fried to full clear desert if Deep Fried so desires. It's gonna be a little bit before Mike gets around to that, since he did not find that lamp yet. And as expected, Mike is going to follow up with a trip to Saha. Not going to bother asking Saha where the green pendant is, because we'll find it as soon as we do a map check in the Dark World. So, a little bit of divergence from each of them, but they're in lockstep right now. It's interesting that wherever Deep Fried went to get that lamp took basically as long as it took Mike to go to Zora.
Looks like they're going to Village of Outcasts.
A very understandable and very reasonable play here. They've got mitts, so they can go the quick way through to through the heavy rock. It'll be interesting to see whether they go into Village of Outcasts or into Skullwoods. And we've got Green Pendant Thieves Town, Red Pendant Mire, Pendant Skull, and Pendant Swamp. So that's... We are going to need that Samaria.
Did you see which one of those was the green?
Yes, Thieves Town was Green Pendant.
Okay.
So we've got Red Pendant, Red Crystal Tower of Hera, Green Pendant Thieves, Red Crystal Mire. Mike checking the big key chest in Skullwoods first, getting grabbed by the hand to take a quick trip back to the front. Deep Fried's bailing on the rest of Skullwoods after opening that first chest. Fire Rod on Bumper Ledge. Looks like we might have gotten the cape in that first chest of Skullwoods there. That'll be helpful. Get into the back and make sure it gets all the items of Skullwoods.
The fire rod's pretty conveniently placed. Now you can pretty much clear out the entirety of Skullwoods.
Yeah, it's both convenient and slightly inconvenient because it's very easy just to go south after coming out of Skullwoods rather than trying to go check Bumper Ledge. Mike's gonna bomb jump to the big chest. Nice setup. And be rewarded with the other item in Skullwoods. That's amazing. So we'll see if Mike heads over to the Bumper Ledge, given that he did just get that cape. And it does look like Mike is going to head over to Bumper Ledge, which will reward him. That's another item that Deep Fried might take a little while to get back to, given that it's very easy just to go take the South Dark World loop now.
Oh, no. Mike taking a fall there, but just a slight inconvenience.
And chat does point out that Thieves Town is the green pendant, and Desert is a regular crystal, and Mire is a red crystal. Been very interesting to see how the slight divergence between Mike and Deep Fried has been playing out here. Mike just saving and quitting from Bumper Ledge. Gonna go to Hype Cave and probably well, we can full clear Pod, so Mike might go east or he might go west. Two options after Hype Cave here.
Deep Fry finding the flute in the fourth check in Thieves Town.
Well, that's super helpful. And we'll see what the rest of Vu has. And we'll see if Hype is actually Hype today. Nope, just some money and heart pieces, so... Thanks, but no thanks, Johnny. And Mike is heading to Pod. So we know we do need that flute for Meyer access, since Meyer is a crystal. Mike will probably get around to that at some point, though it remains to be seen, again, whether or not, since Thieves Sound is a pendant, it remains to be seen whether that will happen sooner or later. Looks like Deep Fried's gonna rescue the Smith with no mirror, and this makes sense, as Deep Fried's gonna want to go back to Kakariko to activate that flute when they get a chance. We're gonna see Stumpy and then see if Deep Fried. Oh, Deep Fried's gonna probably go check out Hype Cave now. I'm a little surprised that you check out Hype Cave now, given that you're gonna activate the flute and then it's gonna be a quick route over to Hype Cave. You can just flute to 4. Oh, but sorry, but Deep Fried doesn't have that hammer yet, which would be influencing that decision. So I take that statement back. It definitely makes a lot of sense to do it this way. S&Q from Hype Cave and then go activate that flute. Pod is not bow locked as there was a small key on the left side. Always good to note that there are 6 items in the front, 6 chests in the front of Pod, 4 of which must be small keys. And Mike has found 2 of them. If there was ever a time for Deep Fried to head back to Skull Woods after dropping off the Smith, it's probably a time to do it.
Definitely.
So each runner getting a critical piece of progression from a pendant dungeon that the other one has not yet got. Mike dodging that anti-fairy while Deep Fried waits for the duck to finish the circuit. We'll go see what the Smiths have. Nice quick mimics room from Mike. I'm sure the question on everybody's mind, where are the boots? Probably just a GT. Alright, there's key number 3.
And Smith's just having the ether medallion, so we got all the medallions now, at least on Deep Fried's side, until Structural Mike gets back to the Smiths.
Indeed. So we have access to both, well, we have medallion access to both TR and Meyer. And Deep Fried being the first runner to head up the mountain. That's very true. Chat pointing out that Deep Fried doesn't have much that they can do other than Spectacle Rock and Desert. At least in logic, they could fake flippers into Desert, into Pod and Pyramid Ledge. Mike navigating the, gotta be careful, Mike. Dark maze, dodging the dongos, mostly. Seems like he's a little bit lost trying to, oh, there he goes. Burna on top of Spec Rock, but I didn't see what was inside Spec Rock. Obviously, it's probably something not super useful, as Deep Fried is not going back to get it.
Yeah, I missed it too, but it looks like we're gonna get our first look at Agina's cave.
Mike's setting up a Death Warp here. Thank you, chat, for telling us that there's a heart piece inside Spec Rock. And Burna on top.
There's our hook shot. So maybe now it's gonna go right back up to the mountain.
Oh yeah, Gina having the hook shot. Always
Yeah.
fun.
And sure is.
Yep, always feels bad to get that one item and then have to go all the way back. But it's not too bad since they've got the flute and they want to be at the bottom of Death Mountain anyway. We are getting close to go mode, actually. We need the mirror and the ice rod. Wait, we don't even need the mirror. Well, potentially don't need the mirror. Just the ice rod, it looks like, and a sword. Mike getting a nice heart off of the turtles.
There's our sword.
Swamp is a pendant. And
Finding
there's another
our
sword in
paradox. Nope.
Paradox. Deep Fried actually has Super Money Cave and Hookshot Cave to check as well. So they've got, what is that?
6.
8 plus 6 plus the floating island. So 15 checks. Still no hammer though, so can't head over to Spike Cave to finish out that route. And no Samaria, so I mean, even if they did have the hammer, would not be able to head into TR. I wonder where the ice rod is. Probably gonna wind up being an ice rod hunt as usual.
Yeah. Ordered that ice rod hunt today. I know it wasn't
Yeah,
me.
exactly. Maybe it'll just be in a vanilla location like in TR Laser Bridge. Oh, is Mike gonna head into ice now? Mike's gonna fake flippers into ice.
Nothing of note in the Super Bunny Cave.
Mike taking a couple tries to get in to get the fake flippers off the dock, but getting it. Yep, with a nice Ancilla splash delete. And with all of the money that Mike has, gonna buy a couple upgrades right before heading into Ice Palace, which always helpful. Whole lot of love in Super Bunny and Slingshot Cave, a full heart container there for deep fried. Full, what? 4 heart containers over Mike's 8? And deep fried, just doing everything possible to avoid pendant dungeons. Which I do not blame them in the slightest. ISS chat points out Mike has cleared pod, so we can mark that off on the tracker. Mike choosing not to hit the switch, so either Mike's going to full clear this whole thing, which makes sense, or going to dodge the boss. I imagine Mike's just going to full clear the whole thing and have all of the keys that he needs. Mike finding a shovel. Wonderful fetch quest. I looked away for a moment and didn't notice if desert was... Oh, desert is not boots locked. Deep fried. And there's the mirror in ice. Hey, you love to hate to see it. And a sword in Desert Palace. So sadly, that puts, or happily if you are interested in seeing Swamp existing, that mirror puts Swamp in logic. We still have Ped that could be in logic. Ice Rod on Ped would be another fun place for it to be.
I think you and I have different definition of fun.
Well, fun for the viewers, perhaps not the runners.
Exactly. As viewers, we always want Aga and Ped. Well, maybe not Aga, but definitely Ped.
At least it's not an Oops All Dungeons seed, since Aga is likely not required. Exactly. Fun to watch. Mike setting up for a attempt at a quick kill on Cold Stare. Doing some spins. A nice spin into a hammer there, and cleanly cleaning up Cold Stare for the map. So that is 3 crystals on Mike's side to Deep Fried's 2. Yeah, so Mike needs to get to Thieves Town to grab that flute, and then Desert for the sword. Deep Fried's gonna head into Mire, it looks like, or the Mire area at least. Good point, Futon. I forgot that we don't have flippers. Chat pointing out my mistake that we do not have flippers yet. It does look like Deep Fried's gonna poke his head into Mire to check it out. Which is unfortunate since we know that this is clearable with the Cane of Samaria, which is on Zora. Mike getting a little bit bullied by the bats. So we will see everything in Mire except for the boss from Deep Fried. Samaria was on Zora. Mike can clear Tower of Hera. And potentially go into Turtle Rock. Gonna check Ether Tablet here and learn that it's not useful today. Deep Fried, just finding key on the right side. We will see if Mike needs to do the basement to clear the dungeon or not. Everyone's favorite 5-minute long check. And we will not be going to the basement for the big key at the very least. Deep Fried deciding that checking cutscene chest for either the big key or the second item is the right call. And I think that if you're not gonna clear the dungeon, it makes sense.
Yeah, might as well eliminate it.
Might go bomb jump to the big chest, finding the map, and so we will see if Moldorm or the basement has the second item in Hera. It is a 50-50. Yes, a small key can lock itself in logic. I believe.
Yeah.
Mike getting a little bit bullied by Moldorm, but taken down, and there's that small key. So we'll see if Mike goes back in. We know that that there's only one item that for Gomo that could be in there. And Mike chooses to bail. In this particular mode, yes, we know that the small keys can lock themselves. Alright, Mike's going to open up the portal to Turtle Rock. And we'll see if he goes in. Probably going to check everything else on the mountain first before going into Turtle Rock. Just in case there's an ice route around here. Yep, Samaria was indeed on Zora. Mike won't be able to check Hookshot Cave, but since we know it's just a full heart in heart pieces along the way.
This is a modified hard mode. There is no butter sword, but there is silvers in this one.
Correct. Though the bows are non-progressive, so you need to find silvers. They are a separate item. Both runners found the bow early, so we don't have to have a bow hunt. A 42-minute bottle is always fun. We can finally check Sick Kid. I don't believe they did. They did the back of Escape.
Yeah, that's about it. So all this right now is new on Deep Fried side.
Yep, Deep Fried setting up the Death Warp, probably, and then they're gonna do. Dark Cross. Yeah, it's a so the seed is an open seed, so we don't need to go through Escape. When you start, you can pick Sanctuary, or you can pick Link's House to begin. Yes, the fourth piece of heart would have been very unfortunate for Deep Fried. Deep Fried opting not to check Dark Cross. I don't know if that means that they have already seen. And there's silvers on Sick Kid. I don't know if that's already because they saw the map. They have because they know that the map or the key is in Dark Cross, or what? Yeah, it may just be a small key in Dark Cross. Nope, not getting that hammer just yet. I think that Deep Fried is going to Kern jump over to Pod.
Yeah, with no mirror, that seems to be the only option.
Yep, Pod and Pyramid.
True.
Yeah, this is a unfortunate. But you know, it's how things go sometimes. You want to do your best to stay away from the pendant dungeons, and sometimes that's to your detriment. Mike
Actually
probably gonna,
done.
yeah, first try Kern jump,
Yeah.
using the explosion from the bomb to knock you into the screen transition. Mike gonna clear desert and then head over to Agina. Mike not having the flute means that he can't combo desert and mire, and flute was in Thieves Town. So not having the hammer will probably work in Deep Fried's favor eventually, as he'll get bottlenecked into the pendant dungeons.
I'm a bit surprised Mike didn't decide to go into Thieves Town. Usually, once you go to Village of Outcasts, you just, dip in there for at least those first few checks.
Well, he did go to Bumper Ledge and then decided not to go back. And Deep Fried actually knows that he is in logic here because with the lamp and the cape, he could do Aga. And, the swords that he's gotten. Mike gonna get his third sword. Always a good place to be. Tempered is. Deep Fried just gonna bypass that pyramid item. And we're gonna head into pod. We know there was nothing in pod, and Deep Fried won't be able to clear it, so it's another double dip dungeon that Deep Fried's gonna have. So Deep Fried's getting a little will be eventually herded into Skull Woods due to just the lack of the hammer, but he's determined to check everything he can before heading into the pendant dungeons, which is absolutely reasonable. It's just unfortunate given the where the progression is.
He keeps seeming to find things that delay him going to Skullwoods.
Exactly. And he bailed on Skullwoods after getting one item of progression, which was the cape, which he didn't know at the time was necessary, but turned out to be required for that fire rod on Bumper Lich.
And I suppose since there's only 2 items in there, you're basically going with the odds. He made that choice, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, finding the cape in the very first chest in the map chest in Skullwoods just ended up being unfortunate. And here Mike is going to get hookshot and then probably end up going up the mountain to Turtle Rock. Doesn't have much in the way of options at this point. Mike cleared Tower of Hera. We can mark that off on the tracker. So Mike's at 5 crystals. Mike, where are you going? Mike, you can't go into swamp. Oh, are you checking Stumpy and he's checking Stumpy and K45, and probably into the Smiths. We got a reverse Smith chain going on. This might end up being a Thieves Town play for Mike.
I gotta imagine so. I gotta say, just a heart piece on the shovel. I gotta say, I do love that ever since they left the sanctuary, they've been on completely different tracks.
Yes, even though they did sync up pretty closely going through Eastern Palace, which was fun to see. Hey, another bottle.
That's convenient.
Yep, Mike will get his silvers. We still don't know where that lamp was.
I gotta imagine it was in Link's house. Maybe Deep Fried went there and then just saved and quit right away and went to Sanctuary and over to Keck.
Possibly. I do think it's in Uncle, because when Deep Fried went back to Hyrule Castle to do the Front of Escape, he skipped Uncle. And chat's asking if there's a Ped read, and no one's read Ped yet. So Ice Rod could very well be on Ped, since it's the only thing that we are still looking for. Mike also has Samari, not Samari, Erna. So Mike is missing Ether, which was on the Smith, but he's going to pick that up now. Deep Fried missing Samaria, which was on Zora, as well as Mirror, which is in Ice Palace. So all Mike needs to do right now is go into Thieves Town to pick up that flute. Then... but it looks like Mike is gonna grab the purple chest first. Well, we still have the back of Thieves Town that we could do. We've got Terra Basement. And we still need the flippers in order for Ped to be in play, so... If we find the flippers, then yeah, Ped is quite likely. Well, Ped is potentially likely. Mike has not checked anything in Village of Outcasts, so he's dropping the purple chest everywhere. Deep Fried gonna save and quit to return that purple chest. Yeah, for real. Deep Fried needs to do Skull Woods to get that hammer to lead him to ice. Ah, good. A mushroom. Going to immediately turn that mushroom in and see what it turns into. Deep Fried is checking everything before going into a dungeon. Mike, why did you Mike decided just to mirror and leave the purple chest behind? And that mushroom just turned into a piece of art. And here's Mike going into Thieves Town, gonna get that flute. It is possible that Deep Fried marked 2 items in Skull Woods and isn't going back, but more likely that he just doesn't want to double dip a pendant dungeon. But it does look like that is what he is doing right now. And a good hook from Mike on the difficult to hook pot that's got the bunny beam underneath it. So Deep Fried's probably gonna do the back first, rather than check the rest of the front, which we know is again unfortunate. Oh, be careful, Deep Fried, don't get caught by that hand. Mike debating whether or not he wants to do the back of Thieves Town, deciding to just activate that flute and probably clear out Meyer. We've already seen both items in Meyer, so it's very possible that Ice Rod could be in Thieves Town. Ice Rod could be literally anywhere right now, except for maybe Swamp, unless we find flippers. Ice Rod could be in Hera Basement. Mike left it behind. And yeah, Deep Fried's gonna kill Moth and then get the bad news that there's no items in the back of Skull Woods. Can't even check Ped with a quick mirror here, as the mirror is in Ice Palace, and Deep Fried has not yet gone to Ice Palace. Mike getting his mushroom and gonna turn that in. Opting not to fake powder, so we'll see if he scums the mushroom or not. I don't remember when he last saved and quit though. Choosing to keep the heart piece. Chat. Flipper is in on Laser Bridge, and then Left Side Swamp is pretty gross. Left Side Swamp for the Ice Rod is pretty gross. Can't even save your portal. Oh, and Deep Fried getting grabbed. That's unfortunate. Take 2 on the trip to Moth. But this time with no magic. Not even gonna grab the small magic decanter. And a nice quick moth kill, not even needing that. I believe Lumberjack was checked. I don't remember what it was.
Nothing of note.
Yeah, probably a piece of heart. Given that there are dozens of pieces of heart in this mode. Mike gonna do Lampless Mire. Which it's not too bad if you've practiced it and are comfortable with the strats. Just a little tricky to find the block placement in the first room. Yeah, Spooky does require boots, or some way to preserve your Ancilla when you're putting down the Samaria block. So there might be a boots list setup, I'm not sure what it is. Deep Fried gonna get the hammer here and be a little bit sad. There's Deep Fried's hammer, and that opens up the rest of the world. Still need to go to Zora for Samaria, though. Zora, which has been in Logic since as soon as we got that glove. Oh, Deep Fried gonna go to Hera, I think. The only thing that's Hera and potentially Spike Cave. Given that that's the only thing, those are the only things that are over here that are available to Deep Fried. And Mike getting rewarded for skipping. Oh, potentially be getting rewarded for skipping the cutscene chest. We'll see. I believe the second item was in cutscene chest, but it was only 50 rupees. Oh, nope, there it is. I was mistaken. Let's go kill the boss, Mike. Just now finding out what the stun prize is. Ah, yes, map. It would not surprise me if Deep Fried actually does go back for the last item in Tower of Hera, given that he's missing so much. Mike using a nice block strat for opening, block toss strat for opening Dark Mire. And another good block toss. Deep Fried, don't forget that you don't have boots, so you're gonna have to bomb jump. Ooh, that's an unfortunate. Fortunate that he hit the star switch. He's gonna have to do a drop to come back. Nope, no boots. Deep Fried. That's alright. And with silvers, Mike is going to make extremely short work of Vitreous. Very nicely done. With the small eyes.
And with that, Pyramid Fairy is logic.
It is true. It's now an Ice Rod hunt for clearing the last crystal. Ooh, that was a close one there. Deep Fried almost dodged into the center hole. If you're gonna fall on Moldorm in Tower of Hera, you don't want to fall into the center hole, because that drops you all the way down. Mike deciding to go into TR before checking Spike Cave or Hera Basement. Which, I don't blame him. Deep Fried heading back into Tower of Hera. As expected. So Mike will be able to save his portal as long as he doesn't find the flippers. He can save his portal and check Tower of Hera and ooh, Mike considering checking Hera Basement first, but going back to, at the very least, going back to go into TR. Deep Fried deciding to get some sword swings in. We are on a maybe Ice Rod hunt, maybe Boots hunt. Depending on what is on Torch and GT.
Just 20 rupees in the basement. So
Yeah, it feels bad.
very anticlimactic.
Yep, and without the mirror, Deep Fried's gonna walk all the way out. Deep Fried, where are you going from here? Just gonna flute away. Oh, Spike Cave. I'm a little surprised that Deep Fried hasn't gone to ice yet, given his loadout. Maybe he's waiting for Samaria to do Icebreaker, but it's always risky. There's our small magic decanter, which would have been half magic.
There's our flippers.
And that's just what we wanted to see. The Samaria was on Zora. Mike showing his appreciation for those flippers, the slashes. And Deep Fried looks like, uh-oh. Deep Fried probably gonna go back into Thieves Town here. Checking hammer pegs first. We will soon see if we've got a vanilla, quote-unquote, ice rod here. You always love to see ice rod on Laser Bridge. Gives you all the warm fuzzies.
So where do you think Ice Rod has to be to give Deep Fried even the slightest bit of chance here?
Head.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because Deep Fried is going to end up clearing two pendant dungeons. Presuming he clears this. Alternatively, Ice Ride could be just in Thieves Town. Yeah, we got a nice tempered sword. There's a bit of debate on whether or not you check Mimic Cave before you check the big chest in TR. Some people say that when you're one item from Go mode, you may as well just check. Wow, that Mimic just does not want to die. Yeah, you check the big chest first. It's at this point, we would probably say that I would probably say that Mike is ahead, given that he's got 6 crystals to Deep Fried's 3, as well as only needing the Ice Rod. Ice Rod puts Mike in Go mode, while Deep Fried still needs Samaria and Ice Rod. Yeah, Deep Fried not having done Zora is really the big issue right now, and doing Hammer so late. We've got dark room navigation in TR, which looks scary, but once you've done it a couple times, it's not too bad. Yes, Red Cane is missing from Deep Fried. We know where that is, though. Which is on Zora. Mike hoping for a Ice Rod here. Last chance, Mike. Nope. Mike is probably going to try to save a portal, but I believe that at this point we know that it is unlikely that he'll be able to save it. And just $5 on blind. Ice Rod could certainly be on pedestal. It's optimistic to save the portal, but at this point, given that he's only one item from go, and there are checks that he can make that will allow him to save his portal, then he may as well make those checks that he's had since early on, like Man Under the Bridge. Just getting that full heart container.
And we're going to see the green pendant here, so maybe another spot it could be.
Yep. Yeah. Now, Mike's going to go into Swamp. Mike is going to lose his portal. And there's the Ice Rod. Oh, man. It's on green pendant. Well, at this point...
Hopefully we see him floating at 2 here. Yeah, that's another way to get here.
Mike is going to do the waterfall.
Pyramid Fairy.
Pyramid Fairy first. And yes, Mike.
No, don't jump.
Mike, forgetting that you can't jump off there. Deep Fried gonna probably get his cane after this, which is great, which will lead him to be in go mode. We can mark off Ice Rod on Deep Fried's tracker. Yeah, Deep Fried's gonna be in go mode at this point. So it becomes a race to see when Mike gets around to doing Green Pendant, which I have to assume won't be for a little bit. No, Mike full cleared ice. Yeah, Deep Fried's gonna finish on Total Rock and not have to care about those flippers, whereas Mike is probably gonna go do ice Swamp right now, and Catfish, and then Swamp. Full clear ice isn't too bad with Samaria. Most of the items are on the way. The only out of the way check would be iced tea, because we can use Samaria to do Icebreaker and just go straight to the big key chest and loop around. Mike, what are you doing? Oh, saving your portal. That's what you're doing. So Mike is trying to save his portal on the off chance that Catfish has the Ice Rod, which we know he does not. So Mike is still saving his portal. We'll see. That implies to me that he's not going to go to... to Swamp. Icebreaker is really not too difficult to learn. It's 2 one-frame movements and then diagonal down right. Well, it's a one frame movement, a diagonal down right, and then another one frame movement. Mike is doing Spike Cave. Nice spooky from Deep Fried. Oh, Mike! That was pretty close there. Mike resetting. Yep, Deep Fried is making up a lot of ground. So this is open hard, which means that a number of the items have been replaced. In this case, there's no half magic in this mode, so instead you get a small magic decanter. Mike gonna finally get his lamp, I believe. Find out that all of this is actually in logic. Deep Fried not having the mirror is unfortunate for routing, but... Yep, and there's the lamp. Mike finally gonna do front of escape. Yep, 1 hour 20, finally going to escape. And Deep Fried continues to make up time. This is Ice Rod hunts are the big equalizer. It's how quickly can you full clear the game. Yeah, Mike does like to... Mike, it would not surprise me if Mike went into Swamp Palace before going back to Thieves Town. Because there's a lot of checks in Swamp, and Mike's already gotten at least 2 items. Mike's gotten 2 or 3 items out of Thieves Town already. I did not see if Deep Fried hit the switch.
He did.
Okay. So just gonna go mode ice. Yeah, grab the key and do a quick gonna check this chest? You skip big key chest. Why are you grabbing this one? Ooh, this might be Thieves Town for Mike. Oh no, he's checking pad. I was hopeful that this was going to be a Thieves Town play for Mike. Oh, Deep Fried skipped the big key chest, which had the big key in. Oh yes, Mike has dipped Skullwoods. Skullwoods had both hammer and cape, which are required. Ooh, Mike might be going to Skullwoods here. Sorry, not Ped was a bottle.
Thieves Town.
Yes, yeah. Thieves Town. So hopefully he clears it and gets the green pendant. Mike did Ice Palace with a fighter sword and hammer. Oh no, Mike is going to go do Graveyard Ledge, and Blind did not have an item. Blind had the green pendant, which turned into the Ice Rod. So Sahasrahla had the Ice Rod on green pendant turn in. And right now, it's just a race to see if Mike is going to get Ice Rod before Deep Fried gets through Pod, but it's not looking good. Mike just lost his portal, though I suppose he could save hard reset again. I'm not sure if resetting would preserve the portal or not. Oh, this is going to be Swamp for Mike.
Alright, so he's gonna do Swamp. He still needs to do Thieves Town at least, and then needs to go back through TR.
Yep.
Yeah, not looking too good.
At this point, I would say that the advantage has swung to Deep Fried, who is just burning through the remaining dungeons. Gonna steal the Poke Key. But you know, this play for Mike makes a lot of sense. You've got I think 6 items in Swamp versus 2 and the green pendant in or 1 of the green pendant in Thieves Town.
Definitely. And, you know, maybe he finds his boots in there too. Maybe somewhat of an equalizer.
At this point, you're only going to save... You only really save about 1 minute every 10 with boots. Mike has already dipped into Thieves Town and gotten the front 4. One of which was the flute, which is required. And green pendant has the ice rod, which means that we do know that Mike does need to go back to Thieves Town to grab it. But it will be a while, probably at least a full clear of Ice Palace. Oh, sorry, Swamp until he goes back. Deep Fried opting to use Hammer on the turtles rather than sword, since it's got sword beams, which always makes fighting turtles awkward. I like to take a hit from the turtle in the L-shaped room. Mike doesn't know that Blind doesn't have an item. He knows that there's at least 1 item in the back of Thieves Town. I don't remember if there were 2 or 3 items in the front of Thieves Town or not. I think there were 3 items in the front of Thieves Town, because the... No, there were... Yeah, 3 items. Blind had the compass, the map was in the big chest, and the small key was in Blind's cell. So he's already gotten 3 of the 4 items in Thieves Town, which makes it much less desirable to go back to. And Deep Fried is heading up the mountain for their final climb to clear Turtle Rock. Yes, GT Big Key on Torch would be the last kind of kick in the pants that the seed could do to us. And if Boots is in Swamp, that gives Mike the advantage. But it is highly unlikely that the torch will be required. It is very likely that Boots are just in GT. Mike gonna do some more Diver Down, which is another trick that looks a lot harder than it really is. Finding the powder. And getting a heart refill. They haven't checked Magic Bat yet. Mike opted to turn in the mushroom rather than fake powder. Deep Fried gonna get those flippers and just laugh. Deep Fried will need to check the compass chest to get the big key. I'm never sure if it's faster to mirror out of... Oh, must have already checked the compass chest. Ice Rod was on Green Pendant, which Mike has not yet. Mike opting. Oh, Mike grabbing the pendant. Yes, Deep Fried skipped the big chest in Ice Palace. I believe because he did not have the big key, which was in one of the chests that he skipped earlier. Mike going to check Magic Bat now. Now, it might still be close if Mike finds the boots and manages to blitz through TR, but it would come down to GT Clem at that point. But it's not. It's looking like it is Deep Fried's race to lose at this point. Stranger things have happened. Falls on Ganon are really quick to equalize things. Yeah, Mike's gonna go into. I believe that Mike is gonna go into Thieves Town now, but you know, prove me wrong, Mike. You really no other options at this point. Mike has essentially full cleared the seed. Well, if boots are in GT, then they're in logic. Just... just an unfortunate place for those boots to be. That's a fair assessment. Not useful for any of the logic. waiting for boots on Trinex. So this seed has been not as mean as it could have been, but ice rod hunts are always a hoot. Yeah, Boots and Validation Chest is a classic. Deep Fried getting a good, quick one cycle on the heads on Trinex, and almost getting the double spin there, but clean kill. Just another heart container on Trinex. People are putting some numbers in chat. They are guessing which chest the GT Big Key is. You can pick a number from 1 to 22? And see where the Big Key might be. Ooh, we got people calling their shots. That's always fun. Calling exactly where you think the big key is going to be. So, 1:35:02, Deep Fried enters GT. The guessing game is done. No keys, so I'm gonna head to the left side. Mike doing quick work of blind with the script, so always good to see. And the torch big key is dead. Rip torch big key. So that's 3 checks so far. And the lower left chest in Stelphos room. Check number 4 is the big key. Looks like no one had 4 today. Sorcerer Finch was the closest without going over at 3. Mike gonna turn in that green pendant and get the disappointing news that was where it was the whole time. But now Mike is in go mode and will rush to clear Turtle Rock. Yep, at 1:36 and change, Structural Mike is now in go mode. Good mimics too from Deep Fried. At this point, it'll just comes down to Deep Fried's execution on the climb, followed by Ganon. It's a pretty sizable lead for Deep Fried at this point, though. We got a full TR walkthrough, followed by climb. But it is rando. Stranger things have happened. Multiple deaths or falls on Ganon. Like I'm not holding my breath. Deep Fried is a decent runner with good execution. So you've got silvers. It's likely going to just be a pretty quick Ganon kill. And a good Gauntlet 4 there, using the Ancilla splash damage on the Stalfos to make that easy, and a quick 3-arrow kill on Landmo 2.
It seems like a lot of the other racers in this race have also gotten kind of caught up in the same thing as our runners have today. There is the runner in first finished 10 minutes ahead of the runner in second place, and the last 3 have been within 2 minutes of each other.
Yeah, you never like to see ice. You never like to see Green Pendant turn it as your go mode. But it happens, and all you can hope for in a seed like this is to last location items faster than your opponent.
That's about it.
Deep Fried on the approach to Moldorm 2. Grabbing that last magic decanter, and we'll see how friendly Moldorm 2 is going to be today. Oh, there's one bully already from Moldorm 2. If you're taking advantage of the fact that if you're holding your sword out, you are not likely to get knocked off. Unfortunately, getting a poke in to enrage Moldorm 2 there. And bombs on Validation Chest. Wow, getting bumpered into the spikes over there. Which was always rough without boots, but Deep Fried making it through. Deep Fried has a blue potion, but with silvers and so many hearts, it's probably not a big deal. Though health is getting kinda low. No boots, so can't grab the fairy on the tree right outside of Pyramid. Yeah, I forgot that he was low on hearts. It would not surprise me if Deep Fried equipped the cape and burned all of his magic before burning a blue potion. So at 141, 142 even, Structural Mike enters GT. As Deep Fried drops in at 142.05. Oh, that was close to getting hit by that Trident. Not quite getting the one-on-one on Ganon here. We don't have boots, Strassi, so we could not bonk the fairy tree. We don't even know where boots were. Yep, and here's that blue potion from Deep Fried. Good heads-up play. And we'll see if Deep Fried wants to get the torch glitch, or if he's going to try to do a quick double. missing the torch glitch, but I'm gonna set up for the double, maybe a triple. We'll see. 2. Just missing the triple. And missing silver again on the last one, so we'll see if he gets up. There's the last silver. And get your GGs ready for Deep Fried. Who, barring a fall here, which has happened, will be finishing at official race time GG of 143.55. GG's Deep Fried.
Yeah, Deep Fried finishing first in the stream and 7th overall.
And we will continue to follow Mike as he goes through. It looks like we are being joined by Deep Fried here.
Hello, hello. That was a seed.
Sure was. Mike is just finishing up his gauntlet, going through GT.
That was, I'm glad I forgot about Zora, because I would not have found Kane anytime soon if I hadn't. I'm glad that was the last locate.
Yeah, the ice rod in Thieves Town on the ice rod on the green pendant was final insult on this seed.
Where was the mirror?
Ice Palace Big Chest.
Ah, that would make sense.
I believe you skipped one chest in Ice Palace prior to the big chest, which had the big key.
Yeah, I don't think I did Pen Gators. I just did what was quick, hoping for boots, and I can see that looks like boots were nowhere to be found.
Not from our perspective, no. We have not seen boots.
Yeah, I oftentimes will make that play in Skull Woods if I get an item right off the bat just to leave, and I was feeling really good after getting Cape and then going and finding Fire Rod, and I'm like, oh cool, okay, that was my progression from Skull Woods, great. Let's go do first 4 of Thieves Town, hope I get progression. And if
Right.
I'd have gotten 2 or less, or 3 items, then there was no... If 2 items and no progression, or 3 items, I was just not going to the back, and I got 3 items with the progression. I'm like, okay, cool, I got what I need to get out of Thieves Town. Nope.
Yeah, that's the story of the seed. Though it kind of helped you that the hammer was in Skullwoods because you did get railroaded there, but you also ended up checking basically everything else that you could prior to going back to the pendant.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, I
makes
did.
sense.
Yeah, if you're gonna make a skip, you gotta commit to your play. So
It's true.
I'm like, I've got 1 item there. It's, you know, I even went to the back first, hoping it's like, okay, maybe my opponents do the front of Skull Woods, go get the Fire Rod, and don't go back. Maybe it's in the back, and I'll get lucky. That's why I started with the back as opposed to doing the front. And then I get Hammer out of that, and I just go do... Hammer didn't open a whole heck of a lot. I knew Pod was no items left, so it was just Hera, Ether Tablet, Spike Cave, and Hammer Pegs that opened. I did all of those, and then it's like, no, okay, I guess I go do Thieves. And when I got that Ice Rod, I had that moment of, what am I missing? What did I forget?
Right.
I forgot Zora, because I usually do that early with the fake flipper, but getting the bow, I just went and checked Hobo and then did Eastern early, and I put off the Zora area, and it ended up, you know, paying out a little bit. It could have been worse.
Yeah, you did end up double dipping Meyer and Pod, but
Yeah, I was able to go mode ice. I was checking for boots along the way in the easy chests, but able to check, you know, get ice and Turtle Rock Go modes. So
Yeah, exactly. Mike double dipped Turtle Rock, found the flippers, and then chased them.
that would make sense. And if he already had, and then got Mirror, and then ended up going into, oh boy, yeah, and then ended up in, yeah,
Yeah, Mike ended up in Swamp.
that'll do it.
So Mike is fighting Ganon. He's on his phase 2. Wow, very close. 2 hearts left. Any other hugs, and he's gonna take a death here.
He's got cape. He should be fine.
He does have cape, but he also doesn't have any more potions.
Silver, yeah, he's got silvers. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
but
Should
it
be
looks
fine
like
now.
yeah, it should be fine now.
I'll just watch the end of this fight and see if Mike wants to come in and chat with us. And there's the pig stuck for Mike. Get your GGs ready for Structural Mike. GG's to Structural Mike, finishing with a race time GG time of 1:50.06. And apparently we have ended the domination of Dr. Wily. Thanks, Triforce message. So what a seed. Professor Renderer rolled us a nice seed.
I mean, nice is a way of saying it.
Any seed that's got Ice Rod on green pendant, it's a nice seed to me. Alright, just waiting a bit to see if Mike wants to come in for a chat. Otherwise, we'll wrap things up. I sure had fun watching this one.
Yeah, it was definitely entertaining, pretty much from the get-go. Nice. Not one person was dominant through the entire seed. It was nice.
Yeah, it was interesting to see the divergence off the bat, and then you both came together quickly. You both came together for Eastern Palace and cleared that around the same time, and then split off to go your own ways again.
Yeah, this will be a fun one to watch back for sure.
I don't know if you checked PED, but it was just a bottle.
Did not check PED. I wasn't going to bother checking PED until I had much more to be like, I knew I couldn't clear. And by the time I was like thinking about possibly checking PED, I still didn't have Mirror, and I'm like, until I get like Logical Swamp, I'm not going to bother checking PED.
That makes sense. And yeah, if you like what our runner's doing to entertain you, give him a follow. Follow Structural Mike and Deep Fried 87. Their links are in the chat. And Kid Your Face doing double duty today with comms and tracking. So thank you very much.
And of course, give my co-com here, K-Mir, a follow. He's from what I've seen so far, he's a great guy. Does this a lot better than I do, that's for sure.
And I've enjoyed chatting with you all today. Deep Fried, any comments before we wrap things up?
Nah, that's pretty much it. That was I'm hoping that there was sounds like there was some interesting divergence. I always change my routing up just a little bit from where I would not always go, but I don't want to try to take the very obvious route all the time when I get restreamed, because I want there to be a little bit more divergence and hopefully some more entertainment for everyone out there. So glad to hear it was a fun stream for y'all back and forth, and it was an interesting back and forth for everyone.
Yeah. When you found that ice rod, everything started to swing your way. You were behind 3 crystal dungeons, but were able to make up that ground.
Yeah. Go mode's a strange thing like that.
Sure is. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. And I've been Kamir, joined by Kid Your Face, and hope you all have a good day.
Have a good one, y'all.